Books have always been an integral part to the way we communicate and learn, but the way we're accessing books is increasingly becoming more and more digitized thanks to online retailers. According to Author Earnings, online book sales amounted to $3.1 billion in the last 3 quarters of 2017. Right now, 1 out of every 2 books sold in the US is bought from Amazon. At the same time, however, indie bookstore sales have risen 5% since 2017. The American Bookseller Association has had a 49.6% increase in membership over the past 9 years, with 1,835 members operating 2,470 locations nationwide. Even as we buy more and read more online, brick-and-mortar bookstores and the unique community they build remain a stable presence in our digital world.
My name is Soumya Gowda, and I'm a bookseller at Capitol Hill Books. It started with a previous owner than the one that we have now in 1990, I believe. He lived here, and he actually died here. He lived upstairs, and then he died in what is now the mystery room. But I think that was just his living room at the time. And he was friends with Jim Toole, Admiral Jim Toole, who took it over from him. And then very recently, Jim sold it to 4 guys that sort of grew up under him.
I am Kim Stypeck, married to Alan Stypeck. We own Second Story Books. Alan incorporated the business in 1974. I met Alan in '85, and we worked together running the business and doing appraisals.
I'm Lance Salins. I'm the Director of Business Operations for Friends of the Library in Montgomery County. It was started in 1982 by just a group of citizens in Montgomery County, incorporated in 1983. And our purpose, our mission is to support, strengthen, champion Montgomery County Public Libraries. There are 21 branches throughout the county. The county has over 1 million people. Those are all the people that we're serving their learning needs and interests. People are discovering us every day. We have very devoted customer base, and it's growing. We've been in this location for this year, it'll be 15 years, and people are discovering us all the time. So in this bookstore, our Rockville location, everything is donated from the public. We have an incredibly generous community that we're surrounded by, and they come in every day and donate thousands of books, and we sell thousands of books to the community as well.
We go to auctions, estate sales, we get donations, we buy books from people in the neighborhood. Those are generally how we get books. We definitely look for particular things, the tastes of the neighborhood, what we like personally, what the nation on a larger scale looks to read and purchase. So we definitely are very thoughtful about the books that we take. I think that every neighborhood has a character, and Eastern Market and Capitol Hill definitely has avid readers who have specific tastes. Like you'll see that our philosophy section is quite diverse, and I think that's very telling of a neighborhood because people bring in those books, people definitely buy those books regularly.
So we carry out of print books that you can't find anymore in a new bookstore. That's what we specialize in. I think a lot of people that collect really old books connect to the history that the book represents. To think that someone from a totally different century handled it and what their life might have been like and how they might have read it.
They really tell their own stories. You know, it gets very meta. It's a story within a story. You can look at a book. Sometimes people have made little marginalia. They'll make little notes for you, or they'll leave all sorts of impromptu bookmarks you'll find in there, love letters, notes from relatives.
I also see a lot of people coming here because they really love that we're quite analog. I think people like the feel of books in their hands, and that's something that changes over time, but I think remains consistent in a nostalgic part of our hearts.
There's no easier way than to go to a bookstore and actually see the humans. Even if you don't strike up a conversation with someone, if you see someone else holding a book or browsing through a book that you like, knowing that someone's out there, knowing the potential of that, talking to a bookstore clerk and getting a recommendation, just being surrounded by books, the smell of books, the feel of books, and certainly different type of books, especially children's books with the illustrations and antiquarian books. There's something that's not reproducible on a screen like that.
Because it hits a part of people At least, I don't know if it'll always be this way, but every little kid has held a book before. And when you come to a place like this and you see so many of them, I think you get to go back to that time. So I think it still has a place in every grown-up's heart.